How does Michael Jordan, the wealthiest athlete of all time, spend his money now that he is the most wealthy player in NBA history? With a net worth of $1.7 billion as of right now, Michael Jordan is one of the few sportsmen to break the billionaire barrier. Let's find out how he spends his money on his cars, houses, and his other interests. Without further ado, let's get started. His car collection. Michael Jordan is not one of those unexpected celebrities who travels in a beat-up Toyota. Of course not. He has an all-star garage with just about everything, including a Cadillac XLRV worth $100,000, a Porsche 911 Turbo Cabriolet flat nose worth $200,000, a Mercedes-Benz S600 worth $200,000, and an Aston Martin DB. My personal favorite is the Mercedes-Benz McLaren SLR 722 edition, which is worth $3 million. In addition, he owns numerous Ferrari, each of which is worth between $200,000 and $300,000. On the lower end, he also owns a Chevrolet Corvette, a Land Rover, Range Rover, and a Ford F-150 Raptor, which are each worth around $60,000 each. Air Jordan. With a net wealth of $1.7 billion, it comes as no surprise at all that Michael Jordan is the wealthiest athlete in history. People still refer to him as some sort of basketball demigod, and for good reason. He has so many records and accolades under his belt that they should just create tiny statues in the style of his logo. After 15 seasons of unwavering excellence, he earned over $94 million in the NBA. Jordan is known for striking some of the best endorsement deals in history. For example, after Adidas turned him down, he struck a deal with Nike to create the Air Jordan brand, which is still regarded as one of the best of all time. The brand reportedly generates $3.6 billion in revenue annually. Jordan may actually be a better businessman than he was a basketball player. They are also regarded as works of art, with some vintage pairs fetching prices of over $1 million, many of which were worn by Michael Jordan while he was on the court. Jordan is said to receive 5% of every deal, which amounts to an estimated $150 million annually, and is more than he earned while he was actually playing basketball. At this point, he is undoubtedly more of a sneaker cult hero than an NBA legend. Houses of Michael Jordan. Jordan owns one of the most infamously unsellable mansions ever constructed, valued at nearly $30 million. Not that he'll ever see that kind of money for it. It is a shrine to Jordan's amazing career. The gates have his number engraved on them. The rooms are decorated with memorabilia from his career. He possesses his own basketball court with the Air Jordan logo. It is the utmost Michael Jordan mansion. Property taxes on this mansion are so high that's claimed to have cost him over $1 million. So this isn't necessarily a positive thing, since he purchased it. It makes sense that he has been attempting to sell it for so long. The house has been on the market for over a decade with little indication that it will soon change. As of right now, the asking price has fallen to $14.9 million, but the likelihood is that it will sell for less than that. Why can't he sell this property then? Well, when you build a chapel to your own greatness, it's really difficult to convince anyone else to move in. Yes, there are many fans who would adore to live in a palace dedicated to Michael Jordan, but not many of them have an extra $14 million lying around. There are also rumors that Jordan has hidden homes scattered across the nation for when he wants to get away from it all, like his home in Utah, which he recently listed for $7.5 million. He's also bought a few more sensible homes, like his Florida pad, which he spent $12.8 million on, and is his own private little paradise. It could be big and bold, but it's not nearly as extreme as the Jordan Palace. He also has a smaller place in Charlotte, North Carolina, for $2.8 million. Houses aren't the only type of property that Michael Jordan has spent a lot of money on. There may be Michael Jordan mansions in every state in America. He actually has his own top-notch, exclusive golf course, called the Grove 23, because he loves the game so much. The expertly constructed course by Michael Jordan $20 million to create. In addition, it is extremely exclusive, with just 100 members who can join by invitation. Many of the top professional golfers are rumored to play the course. Although it would be really unpleasant to defeat a man on your own golf course, they probably let Jordan win. Not only is it one of the top courses in the nation, but it also has some unbeatable amenities. You may request a drink to be delivered to you on the course by drone if you're thirsty. Nascar. If I were Bubba Wallace, I would try to ask this man queries as frequently as possible. You could perhaps laugh, but you won't be in 10 years when almost every car on the road has 4 tires, all with Bubba Wallace's logo on them. Michael Jordan is also fairly well known in the NASCAR world. He owns his own racing team and races Bubba Wallace, who is one of the most famous NASCAR public figures right now. He even won Talladega in 2021. Owner of the Charlotte Hornets. Jordan's involvement in basketball isn't over, though. He's now a part owner of the Charlotte Hornets, which he acquired from the Charlotte Bobcats in 2010 for $275 million. He claimed that this was the culmination of his post-career success. The team is now worth over $1.6 billion. Jordan did sell a minority stake in the business, though he claimed that he has no plans to do so. While the club is still far from to be anywhere near as successful as the 1995 Bulls, they still have time to get there. In fact, he went so far as to declare that he'd love winning a championship as the owner much more than he did when he was a player. Space Jam. Businesses connected to Michael Jordan only appeared to benefit from his good fortune. Even the 1990s film he starred in, which was an absurd mashup of the then currently famous NBA and the antiquated Looney Tunes cartoons, was a box office triumph. Space Jam became one of the most well-known hits of the 1990s, grossing an astounding $250 million at the box office and ranking among the top 20 grossing movies of the year. Even now, it continues to generate income through DVD sales, sequel sales, and streaming arrangements. The temptation took the form of gambling. Even though Michael Jordan is known for betting a few $100s on golf games, the person owns his own tequila restaurant and even purchased a significant portion of DraftKings. Like a lot of his fellow Bulls, casinos are his real vice. If losing $5 million in one day isn't a wake-up call for you, I don't know what is. Jordan loves Las Vegas a bit too much. He was renowned for losing thousands of dollars at the tables. His worst break was when he supposedly lost that amount in one day. All of these years later, Scottie Pippen is valued $20 million, Dennis Rodman is valued about $1 million, and MJ is still dominating. That's all for today. Michael Jordan's spendings and way of living is truly breathtaking. To get more interesting content, please like, subscribe, and stay tuned. See you in the next video.